Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 Genetically Modified Overkill run. Hope you're all doing well. Today we have a super interesting challenge. We're going to be playing 3 Hunter and 3 Creature. What that means is we will have 1 HP the entire time. We're playing a 1 HP challenge by necessity, because the Hunter can never gain HP. And, all of our damage will scale with range, and it'll scale quite heavily with range because we're the Hunter 3 times over, and we'll be losing 30 range every round to the creature, as well as losing a ton of XP gain every round, so we will get no levels, and we will be constantly losing damage over the course of the run, unless we can find a way to mitigate the range penalty that comes with playing triple creature. To offset this, we do have the triple fishhook, so we're going to be getting a lot of cursed items. I'm also going to be using the crossbow here, because creature is sort of a free win when you play it with submachine gun, but with crossbow, I think it will be really interesting, since of course it's going to be constantly losing damage to the loss of range. So let's see if we can make it work. We need to get as much curse as we can, because that's going to help scale the damage of our crossbows as well. With the creature, of course, we get extra damage. And you can see here that we have a lot of bonus damage to start with, because we have a plus 300 range from playing triple hunter. But that's quickly going to go away. Because crossbow is a very bad wave 1 weapon also, we made very little money in the first wave. So you can see here we've already lost 30 range, we've already lost 15 XP gain, so we're not going to see a lot of levels anytime soon. I could take 15 range here. That's probably what we should take. The other option is to roll for attack speed. We can't ever gain HP, and we can't use harvesting. Any harvesting we buy will be negative because we're playing the hunter. So we're going to go with bonus range here just to try to offset the penalty a little bit in the early game. Of course, also in a 1 HP challenge, if we start seeing enemies getting close to us because our range is very low, then that's super dangerous, so losing range is bad in multiple ways for this character. We're going to buy the cursed crossbow, of course. Nice that we don't even have to lock it to get a cursed version. And is insanity good enough? I don't think we care that much about crit chance. Our crit chance is going to be very good later on, or very useful later on. No, actually, I'm reevaluating that. I could try to lock roll for economy items to lock with the creature, and you are very likely to get a cursed item if you lock it with creature, but insanity I think is good enough, and because it gives us additional pierce, it's sort of an economy item as well. We'll take the crossbow here, and then I'm going to roll again. I was really hoping to lock a crossbow to try to curse a second one, but we're doing okay, so let's move on to wave 2. These first couple waves shouldn't be that bad, because our 1 HP isn't a big deal. And as long as I don't just walk into an enemy. And of course, we have lots and lots of damage and decent range at this point. It's just slowly going to decrease. Here, I'm just going to take the luck, I think. Luck is going to... Although luck is worse for our level ups, but good for our items. Maybe I should just take range. I really don't want to lose too much range here, so I'm going to take 15 range. Let's roll and try to buy a crossbow. I like to buy crossbows, buy weapons with the creature, even though you can lock weapons to curse. I think you'll usually find something to try to curse with the creature, so you should still buy items and try to get stronger wave to wave. Hopefully we get a cursed crossbow here. The insanity, of course, is already cursed, and that's pretty nice. And if we get the cursed gummy berserker, which of course I'm buying because it has the 2 most important stats for us, range and attack speed, and we don't care about losing armor at all because this character has 1 HP, so no amount of armor will ever save us. You always take a minimum of 1 damage no matter how much armor you have, so this character cannot benefit from armor. Even if we were to somehow get, 10,000 armor, it wouldn't matter. I'm very nervous about running in to pick up materials, so I'm having trouble doing that. We are finding range, which is helping, and we did manage to curse all 3 items here, so that's great. 41 range, that offsets more than 1 wave's worth of range loss, and of course every point of curse we get increases the damage of our weapons, as well as just making our character much more powerful overall, because we're more likely to find more cursed items in the future. reroll here. Oh, this is amazing. So I'm going to lock coffee, baby elephant, and bag. I wanted to roll to try to lock stuff. And basically when you're playing the creature, and especially if you're playing triple creature, you should just lock anything that you would conceivably buy if it got cursed. So here we have 4 chances, or we have 3 times 4 chances at cursing items. The fish hooks, I believe, are rolled additively. I think so. We determined that last time, so it's actually just 4 chances, and each chance is a little over 80%, so hopefully we get at least 3 of those items cursed. I'm especially hoping to curse the coffee. That would be really important. We killed 1 curse alien already. I'm looking around for the second one. I might have killed the second one already as well. Yeah, looks like I did. Oh, unless that was it despawning off screen there. That would be unfortunate. I'll take the crit chance here, and nice. We got all 4 items cursed. That's amazing. We will take the bag and the crossbow, and okay, we can buy all of them. And then let's roll. Landmines. Would I buy a cursed landmine? I probably would. Just anything that we can get that will help clear the wave for us before enemies get close to us, I think is going to be really nice. And I will buy a cursed turret as well. Then we'll reroll again here. Unfortunate that we rolled 2 weapons here, and neither were weapons we wanted, so we can't lock anything more. But with any luck, we get at least 2 of those. We get those 2 items cursed as well. So far, this is going pretty well, but of course, we're going to stop getting levels at this point. We have already gone for 4 waves, so we have minus 60% XP gain, and we're very quickly going to stop gaining any levels, which means a lot fewer free stats for us. The real challenge is going to be Horde waves, which is part of why I really want to find more attack speed. I didn't actually see if we had a Horde wave. I'm going to take attack speed over range here. I think attack speed's the most important. Yeah, so we have a Horde wave on wave 15. Neither of these got cursed, which is really unlucky. Wow. So we're going to roll past those. And then I will buy this coupon. Roll again. I will not take Peaceful Bee. Head injury cost me 8 range, which is worth a lot of damage loss, but does give percent damage. I don't think we care about the head injury, though. Let's roll here, and I'm going to, I guess, Cursed Scared Sausage, so that's just 2 curse, which is nice in and of itself. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the Scared Sausage, because it's cursed, and then I'm going to lock the crossbow, lock this crossbow, and buy the gecko. Or do I buy the crossbow and lock the gecko? 10 range on the gecko is really nice, and pulling in materials is really, really nice. So getting the gecko cursed could be very valuable. I think it's actually more valuable than another cursed weapon, as weird as that seems. I'd rather just upgrade this crossbow, and then we will try to get the gecko cursed, because that'll be a bunch of extra range, and pulling in materials for this character is going to be really valuable in the early game, especially because we have decent range right now, and you can see we're leaving a lot of materials on the ground, because also I can't go near enemies to pick them up. Have to be extremely careful this wave, because there's a lot of ranged enemies, and the pufferfish, especially if one spawns like underneath me, are super, super dangerous for us, because they are going to spawn 8 projectiles, which can be difficult to dodge, even if they move slowly. Never underestimate my ability to just walk into a slow-moving projectile that I saw coming from miles away. Ooh, curse alien. Nice. Okay, got it right at the end. Left a lot of materials on the ground. Definitely taking the Lost Duck. We have some increased luck. And Baby Gecko got cursed, which is awesome. It's only 7 extra range, but the extra chance to pull in materials is going to be worth a lot of money, I think. And then let's go ahead and upgrade our crossbows and buy another one. Unfortunately, the cursed crossbows don't get increased attack speed, which is the main stat that we care about. And the increased ranged damage scaling that they get is actually a little bit, or range scaling. Increased damage scaling from our range stat is actually a bit of a penalty, because as the creature costs us more and more range, that's going to mean they're losing more and more damage. That being said, I think it's still good to pick them up. we're going to go ahead and combine here and buy another crossbow and roll. And definitely we don't care about jerky because it doesn't, healing doesn't matter. It is a unique that we could pull out of the pool, but I don't think we particularly care about that. I think what we're going to do here is just buy this crossbow and roll, and hopefully we can find more things that we want to curse. Harpoon gun would be very bad. It would pull enemies on top of us, but the insanity and the claw tree we can curse both of. And we definitely do not want ball and chain because we need to increase our attack speed. All right, so some percentage of our materials should be coming towards us now, which is great. Unfortunately, we haven't found any increased range the last few waves, and we're out of level ups. So, because we now have enough of an XP penalty that I believe we will never get a level up again. We could try to offset that, and if we find celery tea, I might try to offset it, but we would need to curse 2 celery teas just to offset the penalty. So I think if you're playing triple creature, this was actually something that came up in the last triple creature run I did. People got really mad that I didn't take a celery tea, but when you already have like minus 200% XP gain, trying to claw your way back out of that hole is just never going to happen. You will need to find many sources of increased XP gain in order to get back to positive, and even then it's only a couple levels, so you're better investing in other stuff. Take some move speed to make it easier to dodge, although do I just want 5 attack speed? I think I need the move speed more. And then we will take the insanity and the claw tree, of course. A crossbow here, so I think I'm going to take the cauldron because pickup range is going to be good, and we'll try to curse this crossbow, and then I will roll here. Lens is interesting, so a cursed lens. Obviously, this cost me 3 range, which for my crossbows is a pretty decent loss of base damage, and the amount of base damage we get from the range damage isn't high. It's still net positive, but it's not amazing. And losing 3 range, of course, hurts us because of the hunter as well, so we're losing some percent damage. But I think it's still worth taking just because curse is so good. Do I want to just buy the gecko or try to curse it? I think here I'm just going to buy it because that will let me lock the metal detector and reroll. Ooh, glasses. That's what we were hoping for. That's exactly the type of item that we need, and if we can get that cursed, it'll be really sick. Currently, our offensive capabilities are still really strong because we've managed to offset the penalty from the creature. But our economy is weak because we can't use harvesting. And our, of course, our defensive stats are horrible because we have 1 HP. And I'm very concerned that we do not have the damage yet to kill the elite. Even though we're hitting for 300 damage a shot, we still are going to need more. With this very slow attacking weapon, we'll need some attack speed and just more damage overall to be able to bring down the elite. And then, of course, when we get to a horde wave, it's going to be more dangerous. Ooh, I almost died there. I did not see that enemy coming from the bottom and almost walked right into it. Break that tree. So you can see we're pretty behind in terms of income gained per wave at this point, because normally in the Abyss you would have prioritized harvesting very heavily. This character can't do that, so we're just making less money than you would normally. On wave 8, I usually want to be making about 300, and we're only making 250. Just going to drink some water here. So we're going to take the Cursed Broken Mouth, of course, because even though it doesn't increase our HP, it gives us extra curse, and that's exactly what we need. Only 2 of the items here got cursed, but still pretty good. Let's go ahead and buy the first ones first. And do I want the bait? Bait is very dangerous for this character. I think I'm going to take it, though. If I die, then I will feel foolish. Is it worth locking the Broken Mouth just for 2 curse? 50 just for 2 curse? I think that is worth it. It's a bunch of bonus damage on our weapons, which are rapidly losing base damage as our range decreases. So I think picking that up is going to be helpful. I'm going to re-roll once here in case we can lock something, because we have 3 fish hooks, so the more we can just lock 1,000,000 items, the better. We don't have bait this wave. We're going to buy it next wave, so I need to be cognizant of that. Ideally, I would find some attack speed. Unfortunately, one of the best ways to get attack speed is typically from level ups, and I bought range. Maybe I should have been rolling more aggressively for attack speed. The cursed coffee that we found really has helped, so that's a big deal here. If I die and have to do this run again, though, I think I'm going to roll more aggressively for attack speed. While offsetting the range penalty is important, I think I over-prioritized buying range in the early level ups, and really should have been rolling aggressively for attack speed. Because that's what we're going to need to survive the Horde wave and everything. For that reason, do I just not want the missile? Our percent damage, I think I still have to take it because percent damage is still good. And we're losing percent damage rapidly. Every wave, we lose a ton of percent damage as our range decreases. We will take the bait here, and I will continue to upgrade my weapons so that gets every crossbow cursed, which is nice. Buy more curse there, and the whistle. Gambling token. I don't really value buying dodge on these 1 HP challenge runs because it just gives us a percent chance of surviving, but I'd rather just buy items that help us not get hit in the first place. I would have to lose a cursed weapon in order to buy this crossbow, because I'd have to combine 2 cursed weapons and then buy the crossbow and lose a cursed one. So I'm not going to buy it here. I'm going to roll past all this. Cyclops Worm is not good because it cost me range, so we will roll past that. None of these matter. I guess the crit chance from Pile of Books is something, but we already have 100% crit on our weapons, so we don't need it. Pocket Factory. If I get that cursed, it'll be nice. And do I just buy small magazine, or do I try to get that cursed as well? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get the small magazine cursed. I think eking out every point of attack speed that we can get is so important that when I see an attack speed item, I really should lock it and try to curse it. I'm going to roll one more time here and see if there's something else that we can get. And Compass will cost me crit chance. I think this is something where I'm actually going to save my money this wave and lock this as well, because I want the movement speed, but if we get it cursed, then the crit chance penalty will be reduced. Okay, so the lampreys, there were a lot of those. Does cursed bait give additional lampreys? I actually haven't noticed whether it does or not. I think it must have, because usually bait is only like 6 lampreys, and that was more than 6. Should say that on the item if that's the case. The blobfish here are also dangerous. I can kill them, but I need to be close by to where I can kill the lampreys before they get a charge off. Currently, our range is still just good enough that we aren't having to worry too much about things like the blobfish. As our range continues to decrease and we have to get closer and closer to enemies to kill them, blobfish and stuff like that are going to be more and more dangerous, because as they summon stuff, we won't be able to kill the lampreys before they charge. Yeah, so we got 8% extra attack speed from the small magazine, so I think that's good. And then I'll take the compass as well. I'm going to not buy Pocket Factory. I wanted to buy it if it was cursed, but I think it's too luxury an item to purchase if it's not cursed. So we'll buy that. I will definitely take the lure and the corrupted shard and then roll again. And then mouse, a cursed mouse. So this is additional enemies. Yeah, so you can see here that like even the cursed bean teacher gives me 77% XP gain, but we're still at minus 150. So buying XP gain on this run, I think, is kind of a trap. So obviously increasing enemy spawns is good for our economy and everything, and the mouse giving us curse is nice as well. It also actually gives us positive harvesting, because negative harvesting is positive. This is quickly going to decrease back to negative, though. I'm going to buy I'll lock the Pocket Factory again, same reasoning as last time. And then, yeah, I guess I will lock all of these and see if we can get any of them cursed. I've decided to buy the mouse because it's basically a 10% increase to our income, and that's still just good. Even if it does come with a little bit more danger. I'm worried about the Horde wave, so I'm really hoping we find some attack speed before then. The best item for us would be Tardigrade, of course, because that would give us 1 hit's worth of grace. So if I walk into an attack, especially in like the elite next wave, then we won't die immediately. So that's what we would love to find. And in fact, if we get a cursed Tardigrade, it'll block 2 hits. So that would be ideal. Of course, you only ever find that item on runs where you don't want it, which is most runs. But when you're doing a challenge run like this or a long endless run, Tardigrade is really, really good, and then of course never shows up. Yeah, so you can see our attack speed, our lack of attack speed is really starting to be a challenge. I don't I kind of wonder, so we have 0 out of 0 HP. I don't know if that will make us just explode immediately when the Sunken Bell, when we spawn in. But obviously that wouldn't do anything either. So I'm going to take the 35 materials. And then this Cursed Bean Teacher, I will take it just for the 5 curse. Sharp Bullet can decrease the piercing damage of our projectiles. And we have 5 pierce already, so we don't really need Sharp Bullet. Okay, so this is good. We got everything cursed, so let's go ahead and buy all of these items. Oh, I can't afford the Pocket Factory. I didn't do the math correctly. Scar, similar reasoning. We don't want... if I had bought all of those XP gain items, we would now have positive XP gain. So maybe I should buy the Scar just because it's cursed. It does cost me 4 range, though. I think I'm still just not going to worry about the XP gain stuff. And we'll take the banner here and roll again. Gentle Alien for more damage, or I could roll and try to get more cursed stuff. I think I'll just take the Gentle Alien for more enemies and more damage. And where's the elite? Down here. Okay, so I have to be really, really careful, because this elite is super, super dangerous if you let it live, because it's going to start spitting out shots from the center. I ran close to it because I thought we had the damage to kill it immediately, and we did. But if I had miscalculated that a little bit, it would have started firing shots out at me, and that would have gotten me, probably, because I was right next to it and couldn't dodge. Our damage is starting to fall behind enough that some cursed enemies are surviving multiple hits, which is definitely a problem. The fact that we've increased our curse so much, so the base damage of our weapons is still good, though, is helping out a lot. Very glad I didn't take the Sharp Bullet, because that's part of what's letting us actually clear the wave effectively here. And we have a Horde wave upcoming very soon. Okay, well, Retromation's hoodie. Unfortunately, I don't think we can take this. I need the attack speed, but if I buy this, that's 3 waves worth of range loss all at once, effectively. That's brutal, and we don't have enough dodge to really make it give attack speed. This would have been excellent if we'd gotten a cursed version of it, or if we had more dodge, but sadly, I think we have to recycle it. Banner is the perfect item for us. That's exactly what we want. Then we'll recycle that. And another banner. Okay, finding 2 banners and a cursed banner makes me feel a lot better going into this next couple waves. Roll here. Black flag. I'm just going to buy this. I could try to get it cursed. I guess, let's see. It's an 80-odd% chance of getting cursed, right? Yeah. So, 84% chance of getting cursed. Am I willing to wait 1 wave worth of income on the black flag to try to have it cursed for the Horde wave? Because this would mean it's basically 2 materials per enemy. I think that is worth it, so I'm going to try to curse the black flag. I will buy the dangerous bunny and just re-roll here. I'll take a gentle alien because I can't help myself. I'll roll again, and I will roll again. Okay, we got a tardigrade. That's amazing. So, how greedy do I want to get? If I try to curse the tardigrade, we could get 2 hits from it. I think I'm going to do that. So, either of these, if they get cursed, will be sort of game winning on its own. So even though we're giving up one wave with them, as long as I don't die next wave, I think that'll be pretty nice. And then we'll take the small magazine as well, and I'm going to reroll one more time to try to lock something good. And yeah, I guess I don't need the cursed crossbow. I'll just buy a crossbow, upgrade it. All right. So we have some pretty good items in the shop, so I'm really hoping I don't die now, because that would be emotionally devastating. If I die the wave before I can get Cursed Tardigrade and Cursed Black Flag for this run, that would be so tragic. I will say that all the early range we bought has kept my range reasonable, which did help us get to this point. So it's definitely a trade-off. I mean, the attack speed is really important. But, of course, the range is also really important. And we're already down to, like... We were, as you saw, down to 80 range there. We would have lost all of our bonus range with the Retromation's hoodie and started losing attack range. So... having bought early range does help with that. Blindfold, we're going to recycle. I can't afford to lose more range. And then, nice. All three of these items cursed, and that's amazing. I'm going to pass on the crossbow again for the same reason, because it would mean losing a cursed item. And then, so this peacock, this would give me enough XP gain that in the next wave, that we would actually gain levels. So I am going to take the peacock because it's cursed. So this will probably get me like 2 levels, which would be really nice. And then, oh wait, for some reason I thought the Horde was wave 14. I was not paying good attention. So I should have bought the Claw Tree, bought the peacock next wave in order to get levels off the Horde wave. Definitely an error there, not what I intended. I will lock the Claw Tree though, because even though we have max crit chance, the curse is still good. Is one curse even worth buying it for? Yeah, it probably is. But now that we have the double tardigrade, I'm feeling a lot better. And the double black flag means that our income will suddenly have shot up dramatically. Just gonna drink some more water. Important to hydrate for your Brotato sessions. Just like any champion athlete, I need to make sure I'm taking care of my hydration needs. Okay, well, I'm glad I had the tardigrade, because while I was drinking water and making stupid jokes about it, I walked into an enemy and almost died. So it's a good thing we bought that. And then again, okay, so gotta tighten up a little bit. The tardigrade made me lazy because I was like, oh, I can't die now. And then I immediately took 2 hits. Let's recycle the Cyclops Worm, because that amount of damage for that amount of range I don't think is a good deal. And then we did get 4 levels off the Peacock, though, so that's pretty nice. I'll take 10 luck here, and I'll take the attack speed. 4 ranged damage, so I don't think we need that. I think I'm going to reroll. And reroll again, looking for range or attack speed. I'll take percent damage, though, because our percent damage is dropping pretty dramatically as well. And then this is our level 10 upgrade, so let's roll again. And 45 range. Perfect. All right, and then we will buy these 2 things, and we will upgrade to a level 4 crossbow. Roll again here. Frozen Heart, this gives us some more damage scaling on our crossbows, so it scales with another kind of damage. I guess I would buy that if it got cursed. I'm just going to buy the Poisonous Tonic, and I will try to curse the Frozen Heart. I'm going to roll here, buy a cursed bag, of course, and we will upgrade our crossbow level as well, and then roll, and none of these are good. So let's roll again and see if there's something else that we can get, and don't really need any of these. The Knot I could try to curse, and it would probably be correct to try to curse the Knot and buy it, just because that would be a bunch of bonus damage, and upgrading our weapons isn't that important. You can see here our weapons are actually getting worse as they level up in some ways. Like, they do a little bit more damage. Well, so our level 2 and level 3 do the same amount of damage. In part, that's because it's got different levels of curse on it. Yeah, I guess leveling our weapons is a slight improvement, but not a massive improvement, because crossbows don't gain extra attack speed as they level, which is the main thing. Alright, we're going into the Horde wave. And I have to play this one pretty carefully, because it's a Horde wave. And I have increased the number of enemies on the field a lot as well. So I'm going to try to keep the center here clear, to give myself a place to retreat to. We're going to be killing that one pufferfish. I have managed to keep my range relatively high. We're going to have to sort of play in the corner, though. And the pufferfish, as I kill them, are going to be a problem. Luckily, they're mostly staying over on the far left of the screen, because the pufferfish don't run at you. They move randomly around. So if you move into a corner, if you're a build that can't really deal with the pufferfish, then you're much safer. So that's our strategy for this wave, is to stay in the corner here. We're going to be leaving a billion materials on the ground, but that's just how it goes. With the 1 HP challenge, sometimes that's just how it is. I guess I will recycle the butterfly, and I will take the pumpkin, and we'll take the cursed frozen heart. So this is going to give us a little bit more base damage on all of our weapons. Roll here. Alien baby doesn't do anything, but it is 6 curse. How much do I want 6 curse? Do I $200 want 6 curse? The increased enemy health doesn't matter. I think I'm going to roll past it. I don't think I want to spend 200 on 6 curse at this point. Extra stomach sadly doesn't do anything for us, although that would be a fun one if it did. Losing 3 XP gain, not a big deal, and the range damage is useful. The dodge also could come up. I'm not prioritizing dodge, but now that we have tardigrade, dodge is a little bit more interesting, because we can take multiple hits, so having dodge sort of protects us a little bit. The boxing glove, I'm going to pass on. Again, I don't think I want to spend that much on just like 1 curse at this point. Big Gummy Berserker, though, for sure. Silver Bullet, a cursed Silver Bullet is amazing. Very, very happy to grab that. And 3 range damage from the honey. I don't think so. The bone dice has no downside, so we're just going to buy that. My rerolls are getting very expensive, though. So do I just lock items here? Let's buy the Clockwork Wasp, and I'm going to roll 1 more time. I'm not that excited by any of these things. I will... There's nothing here I want to lock. I was really hoping to find items to lock. All right, 1 more reroll. This is getting very expensive. Sadly, we got 4 bad weapons, so we don't get any fishhook value this wave, which is really unfortunate. We're also never going to be able to pick up all our materials. I will say, you know, the decision to lock the tardigrade and get 2 hits worth of value out of it did save this run, so worked out as a decision. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of locking items that you want rather than just buying them if you can afford them on the creature, but when you're playing triple creature, of course, the math changes. When you have an 84% chance of getting a cursed item, it's a lot more attractive to lock an item, even if it's one that you want for the next wave. And with tardigrade in particular, it's not like we gave up any combat strength for that. We didn't make ourselves weaker in any way. We just didn't give ourselves the insurance policy for the next round. I've changed my mind also. I'm going to start buying Curse when we see it. I decided not to, but I think that was wrong. Ooh, Wings is amazing. Very happy to grab that. We'll take a Bone Dice here as well and roll. Lumberjack Shirt. This will help our Pocket Factory, so I'm just going to pick it up and then roll. It's also unique out of the pool. The Insanity, so this is 60 for 1 Curse. The crit chance doesn't matter at all. But yeah, I think 60 for 1 Curse. I've changed my mind completely. I've decided to buy Curse when I see it. And We will take the Goblet, even though it's no effect other than 5 curse, but 5 curse is good. And 6% damage on the Ritual. I think we can pass on. Explosion size we don't care about. Cute Monkey we don't care about. I don't want to buy the bait on an Elite Wave, so I'll pass on that as well. Alien Tongue for pickup range is not bad. Let's take the Small Magazine for sure. And even the 3% attack speed on the Saltwater I think is going to be good. And then I will lock the Alien Tongue and the Wandering Bot, because both of those, if cursed, could be pretty nice. Alright, nice. So now we've got a lot of damage because we've built our curse up so much. So while we've lost a ton of damage from range, we've managed to build our curse significantly. Triple Creature is just a super powerful run, sort of no matter how you slice it, but playing the 1 HP version of Triple Creature is definitely adding some spice to it. Looks like we actually are going to be able to chew through our banked materials. When I saw that there were 700 on the ground, I thought we would never manage to get all of them back. But we have actually managed to clear our bank there, which is nice. So we're back at par for our income. The double, the cursed black flag, of course, is also just spiking our economy into the stratosphere. So it's working very well. A Small Magazine, amazing. Not. I'm still going to recycle. Again, it would probably be correct to take this because upgrading our weapons doesn't matter. But I just don't like not. This we're just going to take for the curse. So if we find a few more cursed XP gain items, we could get positive XP gain now. I will take the Spider as well, just for 6 attack speed mainly. And Wandering Bot gives us bonus move speed, which is nice. I do need to be careful not to get too much more move speed. I don't want to go over about like 50 move speed, because then it'll get fast enough that I'll start walking into enemies by accident. We didn't get the Alien Tongue cursed, so I'm not going to buy it. And then let's roll. I will take the Energy Bracelet. Elemental damage is also good for us, remember, because we have the Frozen Heart. It's not that important to our damage output, but still useful. I'm going to take the Feather here and then roll. And none of these are particularly useful, so let's roll past them. Upgrade our crossbows. Baby with a Beard. This cost me 50 range, so we can't pick that up. I was briefly interested in it because I thought it could maybe help clear enemies before they got to us, but losing 50 range is too painful. Power Generator, we're just going to grab. We could try to curse that, but we're nearing the end of the run anyways. Black Belt. Gonna pass on, and I'll take the Dangerous Bunny here. Rip and Tear, so we actually have quite a lot of damage on the Rip and Tear somehow. Wait, why are they exploding for 420? For 570? So it's 20% of our 50% of our melee damage, which is 5, and our percent damage is 129%. Is Rip and Tear scaling with our curse damage as well because of the creature? I'm trying to figure out why it's scaling for that much damage. We don't have explosion damage at all. I guess it's scaling off of our curse and just not showing in the graphic here. That's pretty cool. If that does, in fact, do 570 damage, that's going to be a pretty big deal. And the little frog we don't care about. Let's roll again. The scope, of course, we do want, although it cost me attack speed. We have actually managed to pick up a lot of attack speed. I'll take some percent damage as well. We don't care about losing armor at all. And then, unfortunately, can't reroll here, but let's go to the next wave. So, yeah, so I'm very curious about the explosion damage there. We'll never get to find out because I have all this piercing damage. And Rip and Tear has such a small explosion size that it's not actually hitting anything. Oh yeah, okay, so I did see a 600 damage explosion over there. So I think it is scaling with our curse. And just not showing up in the tooltip. That's very cool. Rip and Tear, even better for creature. And even in the traditional creature build where you're building submachine gun, Rip and Tear is still pretty good because it'll just give you extra wave clear. So that is a good thing to know that works. Most of those damaging items don't scale with Curse. Unless I'm just missing something. It's certainly possible that I'm just missing something completely. I am now going to start taking XP gain, because now that we're able to get cursed XP gain items, I think I will just pick those up, and we'll take the spicy sauce, because it's cursed, and then we're going to reroll here. We'll take a crossbow, reroll again, and nothing here that I want. Let's roll again. Ooh, the sniper gun. So this also scales with range, so let's go ahead and curse the sniper gun if we can, and we will buy a crossbow and buy a bag and roll. And I'm going to buy spider, roll again, and see if there's anything else I can get cursed. And I can, in fact, get both of these cursed. And then we're going to go to wave 19. And then, just because we're the hunter, we're a triple hunter, so we have negative harvesting scaling. If I find a negative harvesting item in the next shop, I'll go a couple waves into endless mode just so we can have the infinite harvesting growth, because that's kind of fun. I'm not gonna do like 20 levels of endless mode hunting for one, because this run is about the challenge, but I do just want to show off that mechanic, because it's kind of cool. You can see that our damage is actually starting to run into a little bit of trouble, even though we're doing 2,000 damage a shot, because all of the enemies are cursed, so it can be hard to wave clear even with damage this high. That flash was on us right at the end when the wave ended, but we did still have a tardigrade charge. I'll take the ugly tooth here, and why? Oh yeah, because we're back over negative 100%, so we are gaining levels still. We'll take the move speed, and we'll take some range. And then the cursed sniper gun, that's going to be great. So I'm going to recycle this crossbow, buy the sniper gun, buy all of these, and then roll. And then can I find anything that decreases my harvesting? Because that would be fun as well. I'm going to roll here. None of these have negative harvesting, so let's just roll for that. And we don't care. Ashes is incredible for us, by the way. This is like everything we need, because we don't care about losing armor, and damage, attack speed, and range are all amazing for this build. And still nothing that decreases my harvesting. I'll give it a couple waves, so we're going to go into endless here. Assuming that I survive, but with the sniper gun, this should give us a lot more wave clear as well. Because the little projectiles scale with curse as well as range on the creature. So they're still going to be wiping everything out. And the base damage of our weapons really just comes from curse. Sniper gun is one of the best endless mode weapons because range is easier to boost than most other stats. You can get a ton of it over time. When you have this, so just to go into the XP gain thing a little bit more, when you have this huge XP gain penalty where you're like minus 180% or whatever we were at, unless you find really powerful cursed XP gain items, it takes you so long to get benefit from buying XP gain items that you're better off buying things that actually make you stronger in the near term. Now, if you're going for like a longer run, an endless mode run, or just sort of gilding the lily like we are at the end of this build, you know, once we found the cursed black flag, pretty much nothing else we did was that important. I will take the 6 range damage here. I think that's fine. We will not be taking Bloody Hand. Let's roll here. Once you have found, or once you've leveled up a bit and have a little bit more ability to just go nuts with things, then it's fine in order. Oh, hey, we're gaining harvesting because we actually had very slightly positive harvesting because it was decreasing by percentages and rounded down to 0. So we've actually managed to gain some harvesting at the end of the last wave because we start gaining harvesting. We have harvesting minus 300% harvesting, so we're gaining harvesting every wave from the way that harvesting starts decreasing in endless mode. So you can see here we're actually increasing our harvesting. Kind of fun. And let me roll to see if we can get something else that does that. Yeah, I'll take the strange book. Why not? Seems fun to do. And then we'll roll here as well. So now I am going to start buying XP gain because we have managed to get enough that our XP is starting to increase. We don't care about the Estes couch one way or the other. Take the helmet here just for the curse. And then I'm going to roll another sniper gun. So I could try to lock this and get it cursed. You know what? Let's do that. We're going to go for a cursed sniper gun here. And roll again. Roll again. Buy jerky just to get it out of the pool and keep rolling. And then I'm going to pass on the fin. I don't really want to increase my attack speed that much more. Potato, this is mostly not that important, but the attack speed and speed are good, so I'll take that. Sorry, I don't want to increase my movement speed that much more. I do want to increase my attack speed. I think I said attack speed when I meant movement speed. I don't want to increase my harvesting. Still not finding a negative harvesting item, although there are not that many of them. Sure, we'll take a snowball and I'll lock the barnacle and try to get that cursed. Lock the plastic explosive. And we will kill those 2 elites. So we have 14 harvesting, so we should see our harvesting increase by a flat 20% here, or a flat 40%. Actually, the math on that's a little more complicated, because we have negative 200% harvesting scaling. The normal 100% plus the minus 300% that Triple Hunter gives us. So I'm actually not sure how much harvesting we'll get at the end of this wave, and we will find out together. Could do that math, but I don't feel like trying to do it in 20 seconds. Whoops. Took a hit there, so you can see that as we go into endless mode, the 1 HP challenge still difficult. Okay, so we ended up with plus 6 harvesting. Ooh, love a bouncing projectile. Always going to take that. And then, yeah, I will recycle the energy bracelet. I'm going to roll here, and we'll take some range. And then we're going to go ahead and recycle this and buy the sniper gun. We'll buy Barnacle, of course. Nice. 69% stats from level upgrades. We'll take the propeller hat and roll. Take a spyglass and roll. I will take a scope and small fish. That's going to help us kill the elites. Roll again. Nothing here that I particularly care about. I guess I can lock the ferry to pull it out of the pool. And we'll buy a small fish as well and keep rolling. This is another unique we can get rid of, and we'll lock the glasses also and go to the next wave. Ricochet is also very bad for us, by the way, because so much of our damage is piercing damage. You can see that a lot of our shots are now doing 2,000 damage. So I talk about this a lot for Endless Mode. Ricochet is a very bad item for Endless Mode. Because the bounces have 50% damage reduction, and bounce happens before pierce. So normally our shots are doing 5,000 damage, but when they bounce, they only do 2,000 damage, and then every subsequent pierce does damage based on that reduced damage. So by buying Ricochet, you vastly reduce the damage output of your character in most circumstances. This character is basically like playing a super late endless run, where every hit one-shots us. So the tardigrade is our actual HP pool, is just how many charges of tardigrade do we have. We'll take the Wandering Bot as well, and let's roll here. Roll again. I'll take some dodge percent. That could maybe help keep us alive, and then we'll buy a bunch of cursed items and roll. We don't care about the crossbow. We would lose a bunch of damage for this coil, but it is a unique or a limited item. I'll take the ice cube. I'm going to pass on the coil. Let's roll again, and keep rolling. Night goggles. I will definitely take a cursed night goggles. That's exactly what we're looking for. And then, sure, I'll try to lock and curse a Tyler, and we'll lock the piggy bank just to pull it out of the pool. Oh yeah, also our harvesting is up to 28 now, so you can see we're getting harvest exponential scaling on our harvesting. It's going to continue to increase constantly. And I guess it is just giving us a flat 40%. Because we had 20, now we have 28. Unless it's doing something a little more complicated and rounding to 40% at that particular amount of money. This sort of stuff, you know, you just have to experiment with and find out. Obviously, you're not really intended to have this kind of thing happening in the game. So trying to figure out what... I took the armor there because I'm just kind of clicking buttons at this point. Trying to figure out what's happening is part of the fun. Take the coupon here. Okay, yeah, so now we're up to 40 harvesting. So that's right. Yeah, that's also about 40%. I'll take a ricochet here, and I'll take sharp bullet. Losing piercing damage doesn't matter anymore because I bought all those ricochets. Take the cursed padding, lock a cursed celery tea, and then roll and try to lock a couple more cursed items. Already up to level 17 as we recover our XP gain. We were able to maintain a pretty decent amount of range in this run. Obviously, it helped that we started with plus 300. But we were able to mostly offset the range penalty by buying every piece of range that we saw. If that wasn't, like, critical for the build, I don't think it would have been a good idea. But as is, it worked pretty well. Let's go ahead and recycle here. So yeah, we actually have positive range, more range than we started with. Lighthouse, I guess it's a unique. We don't really care about losing engineering, and I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do the wave 25 wave, and then call the run. Let's go ahead and roll, and sure, I'll lock all of these. These would all capping our max HP at 0. That's kind of funny. And then let's go kill the last set of elites. Actually taking a moment to kill them. Our damage has decreased quite a bit relative to the enemy health at this point, because normally you'd be scaling your range much higher than this on this kind of character, and we're still losing range constantly. Once you get thousands of material every wave, though, and again, the Cursed Black Flag is going to be worth, I don't know, roughly speaking, 8 trillion materials at the end of this run, give or take 5 or 6. Whoops. Stepped into a projectile there. I also will probably, I mean, I would be able to make it quite a ways further, but this character is only sort of well set up for endless mode, because we didn't curse a lot of the really important items to curse, even though we had triple fishhook. So we would want to have cursed things like the dangerous bunny and things like the spyglasses and stuff to make sure that we had better rerolls. Let's go ahead and sure, I'll just buy all this stuff, and we'll take some crit chance, and we will take some luck. And let's take a look at our stats and items at the end of this run. So, 427,000 damage and 817,000 damage. So the sniper rifle is definitely outscaling the crossbows, which is not surprising. We ended up with 1,500 materials gained from bags, actually a little less than I would have expected. And 1,500 saved from coupons, which is pretty nice as well. Trying to curse the coupons would also have been pretty important. If we wanted to go for like much longer endless runs. The metal detectors, though, gave us 1,400 materials, which is way overperforming what those usually give. And let's see, what else? The black flag, of course, gave us 6,000 materials, because cursed black flag is just nonsensically strong and ends up being where all of your money comes from. We got 60 bonus damage from the bone dice, which is quite a lot there as well. 250k from that, and 200k from the rip and tear. So the rip and tear, even though it scales with lots of damage, we were just killing things too quickly for the rip and tear to actually hit them, so it didn't end up doing that much. Other than that, nothing in particular. We lost some harvesting because I bought an item that gave me harvesting. Yeah, we bought the little frog, so we lost some harvesting there. But obviously, our harvesting will keep scaling constantly by 40% every wave, which will quickly get wildly out of control. So if you want to do a really deep endless run and have it just be nonsense, then Triple Hunter or other characters with negative harvesting modifiers will give you infinite harvesting, which is pretty fun as well. All right, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this run, and I hope that if you take on this challenge yourself, that you have good luck with your shops. As always, of course, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you could subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, my friends, and I will catch you next time.